Welcome to another massively overdue update of John's O-Gauge and HO trains. A year and a half ago, I got this beautiful set of 3 Lionel cars and 2 2640 Pullmans and a 2641 Observation. According to cornucopia-of-toytrains.com, these were made by Lionel between 1938 and 1941. These were included as components of a number of mid-level cataloged passenger sets. They're really beautiful. I think the paint is original in all of them. The little window strip completely curled up and yellowed, so I'll try to take care of that. One of them works really well as far as the lighting is concerned, the Observation. This car needs, it's kind of the lighting is on and off, so I don't know if the contact maybe is bad. I don't know what it is, but anyway, this one though, the wire on the bottom of to the roller was completely broken off, and so when I got it apart, I was going to just resolder the wire, but it's this old kind of fabric covered wire, and it originally made contact with the base of the bulb, being solidly connected to this little fiber washer used for insulation, and there's a little metal contact point. Made contact with a bulb. Well, it broke off. It's just very stiff and old. So I'm going to try to replace that with a Phillips head screw, little rubber washer there for insulating it, and then I'll put another rubber washer on the bottom of the base, and maybe a metal washer, and then this hex head nut, which I'll use to tighten down over a wire that I wrap around there. Well, that plan didn't exactly work. Found out real quick that the head on this screw, I thought it was going to be fine, but it's actually too tight. I think it's going to, even with the insulating washer, the head of the screw is going to contact the side of that receptacle. So I found this machine screw. So this machine screw might work because of the conical head on the base. It seems to have pushed the rubber washer into the center there. So I think there's enough insulation there, enough meat of the rubber there still between the outer casing there. So I got the rubber washer on the bottom as well, and a metal washer. Got the wire. This is just for testing. I just want to see if it will light up. So we'll test this out, see if we get some light, and that works. Okay, so we'll get this mounted in that Pullman car. So I changed it to just using 2 nuts, kind of like on a binding post, and I know just enough that I better test it again before I do any soldering, make sure it still lights up. And it doesn't. Oop. And it does. As long as they have it on the outside rail and the center rail. I got the C-clip off that retains the truck, and it'll be easier to solder the contact wire now. Soldering is not one of my strengths, but it is on there. So that's back on there. Got it on the track, make sure it lights. And there we go. I'll see if there's something we can do about these window strips. I don't have any frosted acetate, but I do have this piece of clear acetate, or whatever it is, and I slid it down to about 2 pieces 9 by 1. I don't know if it's going to help, but I'm going to scratch it up with sandpaper. Maybe it'll help obscure the inside a little bit. Looks pretty good, huh? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to secure these to the inside with glue, I think, because originally they were held in with these green metal tabs at the end that also hold the cream color window insert to the body. I don't want to risk bending those tabs and breaking them, so I'd just rather glue this in. I'm not trying to preserve any sort of collectible value. I just want it to look nice. And I think it will. Trying out this Duco cement for the window strips here. And I've got it held in place with magnets and clamps. So it looks pretty good. The only problem is that the light still does flicker, which I think is related to the roller on the bottom not always making contact. Not flickering right now. Meanwhile, in the process of test running the train around the track, light in the observation car, which had been very steady before, suddenly stopped working. So I took the roof off and I thought, well, I'll pull the bulb out. Bulb probably went bad. I think I have a replacement. And can't even get it out because it's kind of, base was welded in there almost. The bulb broke off and I had to take the socket apart. So I'll try to find another bulb. Found a new bulb. We'll test this out. All right. And pulling these around today will be this Lionel 262E. And this is just a temporary floor layout I have until I actually build the table. And the 1033 transformer I was using didn't really have enough power to pull the 262, so I put back the ZW transformer, which does have more oomph, it seems. And the lighting does flicker a lot on the car, the first car that I replaced the wiring on. But it is definitely the roller because it's not the wiring.